Hello, and welcome to episode 113, unlucky for some, of Prog Review. And if you've not been paying attention, or can't read, or, have been blighted by some brain abnormality, I'm talking about Alan White's Ramshackled album. Now, just to fill in, just in case you've not followed the sequence, back in the day, yes, that prog band, their various members were told to go off and make solo albums after they completed the Relayer album. And so, in the last few episodes of Prog Review, I've been talking about those solo albums. And so we come to the final one in the series, which is indeed Alan White's Ramshackled. Now, I must admit, I've never heard this album until very recently. Well, until today, when I listened to it. When I bought it off of iTunes and I listened to it. I'd always been put off by it because people have said, oh, it's not prog, it's this, it's that. And so I naturally stayed away because, drummers don't make good solo albums. Well, except for Bill Bruford. So, I was a bit apprehensive, to say the word, of including this. Oh, email. I was a bit apprehensive about including this in the in the lineup because I wasn't familiar with it at all. So anyway, tooted off onto the old iTunes because that's what's marvellous about the world these days. In the old days, if you wanted an album such as Ramshackled by Alan White, you either had to buy it on import for about 50 quid, or or try and find a copy in the bargain bin at your local second-hand record shop, which was often quite impossible. But now we are instantly satisfied. A few tinkles with the keyboard and a click of the mouse, and voila, we're happy. But yeah, this is probably the most surprising album of the five that I've spoken about. Because yes, it's not a prog record at all, and that's a good thing. What Alan White did is he just made the music he liked, and again, this has to be the most diverse collection of songs I've ever heard. It's everywhere all at once. Though there is more of a leaning towards like blues, R&B, soul. I don't know what you categorise it. Again, we're moving into an alien territory with which I'm unfamiliar. But yeah. So no, it was released in 1975. I think this may have actually been the first one out of the gate when it come to the albums. He worked with some old chums that he'd met with the Alan Price set, Pete Kirtley, Kenny Craddock, Colin Gibson, who he also worked with a band called Griffin. I'm reading off of Wikipedia, hope you don't mind. And so yeah, it's quite different. You do get an appearance from some Yes cohorts later on, but we'll get through it. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it because I made a few notes. It starts with a song called All Baby, and it's a soul number, Motown kind of vibe to it. It sounds a bit like Marvin Gaye, I thought. And I quite enjoyed it. I do like a bit of Marvin Gaye. Oh, what's going on? Oh, what's going on? And then this follows into another similar bluesy number called One Way Rag. And it's got some really good sax playing on it. Again, I'm not familiar with these musicians, so it's good to hear some different people playing, and really enjoyed it. It's loose, laid back, and quite fun. And then things go way with the track Avakak, 12 Ways to Drink Meths, methylated spirits. Who remembers methylated spirits? No, the blue stuff. I think you could get white meths as well, but God, those were the days. Do people even buy meths anymore? Probably not. I had a little combustion engine that you could use meth to make it work when I was a kid. I built it, as a kit. A little boat. No. But yeah, Avakak is an instrumental piece. Again, it completely jumps in a different direction to the previous two tracks, and in places it sounds a little bit Zappa and a little bit Soft Machine, and there's some, again, more great saxophone playing. It's very jazzy, very improvisational feel to it, and yeah, I thought it was pretty cool actually. And then you get, for me, the gem of the album, and probably the song that's going to draw all you proggers to this record, It's the money shot, the pop shot. So upturn your face and upturn your chin and get ready to be showered with 5 minutes of decent proggy goodness with Song of Innocence, and it's based on the William Blake poem Spring from his book Songs of Innocence, or Songs of Innocence and Experience. That's when they bound them together, and it is a truly beautiful piece of music. It really is. It really did. It moved me. I'm not ashamed to say something like that. It's acoustic. It's gentle. It features John Anderson. Again, John Anderson always does his best vocals when he's singing for somebody else. I say King Crimson Lizard when he appears on that and on this song, because he's not trying to be he just does a beautifully naturalistic vocal on this. Steve Howe's on there as well, and it's equal parts Nick Drake and Peter Green era Fleetwood Mac, Albatross kind of feel to it, and just completely astounded by this track. I think it's wonderful. It really is. I cannot express just how wonderful I thought it was. And then this is followed by, again, another change in direction, the song Giddy, which is a strutting soul song. And I'd love to hear this covered by Sir Tom Jones, boy, Jones the voice. I'd love to hear him have a go at this. I thought it was a great song. And again, that's what I like about this record, is it's all over the place. It's completely manic in terms of style. And then we go on to Silly Woman, which is reggae with a dash of Steve Harley vocals, and it's good throwaway fun. I think this might have been the single cut from it, and it's good because I get to sing this to the missus. Yeah, she's going to beat me up, I know she is. Then we have March Into a Bottle, which is, again, the song title completely doesn't seem appropriate to the content. It's a genteel acoustic number, very pastoral in its approach, and really only features like tuned percussion. But again, like Song of Innocence, it's just lovely. It's a lovely little song, and you don't expect it to sit next to these other ones. And this is what I like about the record. It's not what you expect. Every song is kind of surprising. Everybody I wasn't too keen on it. It was all right. Sounds like he was channeling Captain Beefheart, but I didn't find it as memorable as the previous songs on the recording. And then it ends with Darkness, parts 1 to 3. Ooh. It's an interesting song. You're kind of taken on a miniature musical journey. The music's strong, but I don't know who does the vocals. I don't know if it's Alan White or whoever one of those cohorts. I don't have the album. Like I said, it's a download, so forgive me if I get it wrong. I'm sure some clever bastard will correct me in the comments below. I mean that in the nicest possible sense, of course. But yeah, I thought the vocals were very overwrought and overdone, and so it just kind of turned me off. I think if with the content of the matter, if they'd have underplayed it and tried to make it a bit more mysterious, it would have fitted better with the music. But maybe I'm just quibbling. Maybe it just needs to grow on me. But yeah, wow, Ramshackled, what a great record. It really is a great record, because again, Alan White, yes. I know of all the people he played with, like Lennon and that, before this, but it just completely caught me unawares, and I've not had a record do that for me for a long time, and it's a shame that I never picked it up sooner. I deeply regret that, especially for Song of Innocence, which is that's just a great song. I love the William Blake anyway, so I'm biased, and and it's just really, really cool, really cool. I'm gonna have to give this a rating. See, I'm throwing superlatives at it. You see, this isn't going to be for everyone. If you're of the prog, if you like a good dose of prog up here, you're not gonna enjoy this. Especially if you don't like soul or blues or I know that doesn't always sit well with you proggers out there. So you might find it a little bit averse, but you do have Avacak, Song of Innocence, and Marching Into a Bottle. Silly Woman, that's pretty cool as well. So you've got those tracks to kind of get you through it, but I can understand if you don't like it. But I think it's brilliant. I really do. I just thought it was really cool, and I think this needs to be lauded a bit more. You know, I think some of those unfair reviews, and also I think it's one of the strongest albums out of the 5. You know, I think it's a pretty strong record. You know, so yeah, in terms of review, I'm going to give this 4 silly women out of 5. That's 4 silly women out of 5. I nearly gave it a 5, but I'm going to hold it back because I think I'm just excited. I think I'm just a bit excitable about finding this record. So yeah, I'm just going to hold it back. I think 4 silly women out of 5 is a fair review. And if you've not checked it out, please do it. Or if you've got iTunes or whatever, just buy Songs of Innocence, because you have not lived until you've heard that song. I think it's really cool. So that's it. My name's been Darren Locke. I've been burbling on about Alan White's Ramshackled album. This is the end of this sequence of me talking about those solo albums at that period. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being incredibly patient and putting up with me. Suddenly the camera has a mind of its own and decides to stop recording. I don't know why it does that. Maybe I'd got to the end of me 12 minutes. That'd probably be it. I burbled on too long about this record. Anyway, where was I? My name's been Darren Locke. I've been talking about this and that. You know, I've already done that, haven't I? Oh God, I'm repeating myself. What are you going to think of me? Thumbs up, please. You know, thumbs up. It'd be nice if your thumbs. You know, I do like a good thumb up, me. If you could. You know, because I don't know what it means. Does it mean that they put it on the front page? You know what I find hilarious about YouTube now is when it bases it on these are our recommendations for you. It keeps recommending my own bloody videos. I don't want to look at me. It's bad enough I have to do this. I don't want to watch my own videos again. But anyway, thumbs up please, or thumbs down if you completely disagree with me. And if you do disagree with me, could you please tell me why in the politest way possible, rather than calling me silly names, because I don't like that, and you just get deleted and blocked. Because we're going to be civil. Well, I'm going to be as civil as I can be. And that's it really. Only one more thing to say. Only one more thing to say, my friends. And that is onwards and prog on.